So yeah, that's the bike I just bought. Some dude, crackhead, drug addict, somebody today is selling that bike. Luckily, I was able to buy it, and now I'm the proud owner of that 21-inch rim street bike. All right, it came without brakes, but I just bought a set of brakes. I think they're the Avid BB7 brakes, and then I think I bought Tektronix lever so I can have brakes. I'll show you. I was gonna head home, get my camera and do all that, but I just bought this bike from the guy, and then I went straight to the bike shop because they were open. And so yeah, I got Avid BB7. Supposedly these are good brakes. Unlike my sound right now, because I'm sitting outside with my phone by the highway and it's like probably all windy and noisy with the motorcycles going by, but at least you can see what I'm talking about. Avid BB7. The guy who was riding his bike at the skate shop said this was really good because you can like set how tight you want it to be, how much force you get. So I also got brake cable, 60-inch by 65-inch with a liner. So I got a brake cable. So basically I'm going to be installing a new brake perch and lever on this bike here. Alright, so you guys are going to have to stay tuned for that. I don't know if you've ever seen, but one of the popular videos on my YouTube is when I installed the new clutch cable or was it a brake lever? I forget whether it was clutch or the brake. I think it was a clutch. I replaced the clutch cable on my motorcycle. So what we're going to be doing on this bike, which is not a motorcycle, we're going to replace the brake cable and the caliper with the BB7, which apparently is one of the best on the market that you can get, right? I got that from the bike shop, and then I'm going to also put this brake lever on. It's the Tektro RT354 AG. All right, and it's supposed to be really good because I can adjust the tension on the brake caliper with this brake cable that I'm going to install. So I think I'm going to make a whole video about that, because one of the most popular videos on my YouTube channel was when I replaced the clutch lever on my motorcycle. It was a YZF 600. I think it was a Yamaha, but I just wanted to sell it. And so it didn't have a brake on it. So what I did was I went, the brake caliper was actually there. I'm lying. Let me see if I could show you the brake caliper that was there. I removed it to bring it to this bike shop. Let me show you. This is the old brake caliper, and it was like on here. Right, something like that. Yeah, it's on there, something like that, right? So that was the old brake caliper. You can see that right there. I removed it to bring it to the skate shop, to tell them what I needed, and then they gave me the option to get in that one. So when I checked that one online, and I cross-referenced it, and I chatted with the Gemini, it said that the Avid BB7 caliper is like one of the best on the market that you can get. And the guy in the skate shop said they don't make them anymore. So I was like, bet, let me cop that. Got that for $55. I got the brake cable, and then I got the clutch, the brake lever and perch, all for, I think it was $89. So there's that. So the bike, I bought the bike for $80 cash. $80 cash. It had just the caliper that was no good, with no brake perch or a cable. So I had to go buy cables. Let me give you the walkthrough of the bike. Let me give you a quick little walkthrough of the bike just so you can check it out. All right, so here it is. It's got 21-inch rims. It had these blue pegs on the back, and that's kind of where the brake caliper was. It's got this little red caps on the tires. It's got these Eastern wheels, these big Eastern wheels that are pretty big, like them. Had a nice soft seat. I'm not mad at that. I'm gonna probably leave that seat like that because it's really soft. It's made by, I guess, RMA, but it's really soft. I don't think I'm messing with that seat. I'm leaving it alone. Same thing with these pedals. These pedals, they look whack, but they're really big and they fit my feet nice. And so they give me a lot of torque when I'm pedaling, so I kind of like them. Better than my other bike, which has really small pedals, and I don't feel like I get enough torque when I'm trying to pedal on them. So these are kind of big and they give me a lot of torque when I pedal on them. That seat, it's kind of big and it's really soft, so even though it looks whack, I might just leave it because it feels good when I'm sitting on it. Other than that, I think the blue pegs are cool because they stand out. And as you can see, the bike was probably red, but this crackhead dude just probably spray painted it this flat black. You know, I mean, they didn't even bother to like not paint the wheels, not paint the chain. They like paint the chain too, and the dude that painted the bike actually painted the chain and the sprocket that goes around, because the sprocket was gold, as you see, and he just painted on it flat black. The chain was like some other color and they painted that also. The only thing that stands out really are those blue pegs. And you can see on the flip side of that brake caliper bracket, the bike used to be red. Somebody just painted it flat black, and they didn't even bother to like not paint the tires. You can see they got the tires flat black as well. So whoever got that bike or stole it then went and painted it flat black, and then didn't even bother to do a good paint job, because you see there's red sticking out in all these places. But I like those handlebars in the front like that. That seat is real soft. Those blue pegs stick out, and I kind of like that. So basically what I'm going to use this bike for is I'm going to try to relearn how to wheelie on that bike. I'm going to learn how to wheelie on this bike. You know? Used to be able to do that when I was a kid, and it was a lot easier. When you're an adult, things aren't as easy as when they were when you were a kid. So while I'm in the skate park practicing, and I need to take a break, I'm gonna come ride this bike, and I'm gonna learn how to just wheelie. Maybe I'll first try to wheelie standing on the back pegs, and then I'm gonna try sitting down. But first thing is to prepare to brake, because I can't do anything if I don't have a brake. Right now, I'm using my feet to stop this bike, and it's not that cool. You know, I'm gonna run out of tread on the bottom of my sneakers if I had to stop my bike all the time using my feet. You know what I mean? There's nothing on it that lets me stop this bike. So it's kind of like you just got to know where you're going, and you got to just keep going until you can stop. So when I come up to a red light, I don't necessarily stop right away. I'll like make a U-turn and start going back the other direction and keep just riding in a circle until it's time to go forward again. It's this weird pattern of just coasting and gliding even when you can't go forward anymore. But that's what happens when you ain't got no brakes, and when you just got a bike that you wanted to ride, and I had to ride it to the bike store to get the parts that I needed. And I think it had like anyway, they did a real chop job with that paint, that flat black paint, but I'll take it. Yeah, they did something to it. Look at that. I don't know how they did it. They could have did it. Even the sprocket's got black spray paint on it. You can just tell when I started looking, trying to like replace the brake, I said, let me see what the old brake looked like. And it was right there. You could see there's like red. You know what I mean? Same thing with right here. It's red. That was under the frame. Sure, bro, you got it. Yeah, you got it. He wants to play racquetball, so I gotta be out. Alright? I can't be on the racquetball court when he's trying to play racquetball, so enough with this. I'm out to be out, I gotta go home. I'm gonna get all the parts together and try to fix this. So stay tuned. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna let him play racquetball, I'm gonna get off the racquetball court, and then I'm gonna just go back and fix this somewhere where y'all can see. Because I can't do this on the racquetball court. He's about to start playing. Sorry.